record up.
Yeah. I made that mistake when you were walking up. Turn the record button off. This is John with an incredible specimen of a Dall sheep ram. He's got the combination of everything. He's full. Guaranteed to be at least 11, and a flare with land tips. I mean, there's 3 ways a ram could be legal, and John has harvested a ram that takes all 3 categories. So that's a unique feat in itself to find such a gorgeous ram put in your lap that represents a species like this did. This is more than just a hunt for John. It's a lot spiritual. It's a lot of emotion goes along with John's hunt. He had a brother that passed here recently. This is for his brother. John is definitely not a selfish person. He's sharing this with everybody involved with his life, present and past. And it's the kind of person that, even after a short while of knowing him, that he is. And he was I've been doing this for 13 years, and I've got a handful of people that were really deserving of this kind of specimen, and John takes the cake. He really, it was mind over matter yesterday, because he'll be the first to admit that he wasn't in the shape that he needed to be in to be up here. He had a very rough year with his brother passing. Didn't have time to do anything, putting the hours he puts in at work and combination of everything else. So it tells you what kind of a strong person he is as far as his head goes, because that's what got him up here to this camp last night. It was a 6-hour long haul and straight uphill. There was several areas that are very steep that John wasn't comfortable with, and he had to watch every single step like it was his last. And a lot of people would have turned around, and he just kept going. That's what I mean by a strong mind. And his legs were like rubber bands. They were burning. His feet were burning. It didn't matter.
No blisters, but a lot of Tums.
Yeah.
That's for sure. No blisters.
He did what it took, and he was rewarded. So
yeah,
can't say much more about this guy other than what I've done already, and look forward to our grizzly bear. We're going to be still staying up here high for the next couple days. It's nice and cool. We'll get this meat taken care of, the Cape, and we're up here in God's country, and the grizzly bear like it up here too, especially with the nose they have. They're going to smell this carcass, and we'll be able to keep an eye on it right from camp. So it's going to be...
All we need to do is see a bear standing up here eating my sheep, and we'll be taking pictures here of a grizzly.
yeah. So
hopefully we will.
We're going to be putting on some miles tomorrow, maybe even this evening, for a grizzly bear, and because it's going to be a whole hunt, the whole thing here. Well, John, what do you have to say about this?
Well, this is, from start to finish, this has been a 4-year endeavor for me, to speaking with Jonah, getting everything set up, feeling comfortable with Jonah to come up here and Dall sheep hunt in Alaska in the Brooks Range. I've never been to Alaska before. This is the first time I've ever sheep hunted. I spoke to a lot of Jonah's references, and especially to you, Harold, and I felt very comfortable once I found out you were one of the guides that, speaking with you on the phone, I felt very comfortable, like you're the type of guy that I wanted to hunt with, and to make my sheep hunt a success, and to make it a good hunt. And that's really what's important. It's important that it's a good hunt. We hunt hard, we try our best, and if it worked out, it worked out. And this morning, it worked out real well. We got out of camp and saw a couple ewes, some more sheep up on the mountain over there. You looked over here and saw this ram, and the job was done. Excellent hunt, very physical. You really need to be in good shape to do this hunt, to make it a little easier for yourself. But then again, having a strong mind and the no-quit attitude, you have to have those things along with a good physical ability to come sheep hunting, to come goat hunting, to do these type of mountain hunts, because it is very physical. And I'm going to experience that on the way down from here, carrying this guy out. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard, and I'm looking forward to it. You know, and
Well, that's the
I might
attitude.
not look forward to it like I did yesterday, but right now I'm going to look forward to carrying my sheep down off the mountain because, again, that's part of this hunt is carry these horns down. He's mine. I'm very happy with him. He's a beautiful, beautiful trophy. Something I've always dreamed of. I mean, look at those flares just coming out on him. Look at those lamp tips on him. He's just a gorgeous, gorgeous animal, and I couldn't have been happier when I saw him in a rifle scope for the first time. When I looked at him, I saw he wasn't broomed off, and that just, to me, that was everything right there. When I saw that he wasn't broomed, it was like they put this sheep right here for me because for years, my whole life, reading about some famous hunters in Outdoor Life magazine, hunting the Brooks Range as a kid, showing sheep like this, it's been a dream of mine my whole life. And at 49 years old, I'm sitting up here on top of the mountain, and I just lived a dream. I just lived a dream, and thank you, Harold, because you helped me realize, and you helped me get to a point where I always wanted to be, sitting next to a Dall ram. Just absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for all your help. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. And this video is not over with. We're going to have some video of us eating this ram.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than to sit down there in front of a fire and with some homemade skewers, and we'll have backstrap. Depends when we get picked up by the plane. We might have the sheep eaten, but it's a lot better than Mountain House. And there's anybody that experienced a sheep steak, it's a delicacy that is words can't describe.
Yeah, we're gonna save some Mountain House up here for the next guy who comes sheep hunting.
Exactly.
This year.
And
We're gonna eat some sheep.
in regards to John calling his references, I talked to John 2 years ago, 2 or 3 times. I talked to John last year 2 or 3 times, and it was felt a real good connection with him, and he requested to Jonah that he wanted me to be his guide, and I think it was because of the conversations we had. And,
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
and we were both on the same page. We're hard workers. We put in 12, 14-hour days when we're not doing this, and this is the working man's ram, and it's not something that some high-end celebrity with millions and millions of dollars that's landing on ridge tops and doesn't have to do nothing but pull the trigger. You know, John had to put a 60-pound backpack on yesterday and work his ass off for 6 hours to get up here to harvest this ram, and that's the kind of hunter that I want to guide.
That's the hunt, and that's what it's all about. It's making the climb and coming up here and doing what needs to be done. It's the whole hunt.
There's not many flatlanders that can just ride off the plane, walk for 6 hours straight uphill without a huge heart. So it's not for everybody. It's not for the weak. It's for the strong-willed. So anyways, I think we've about exhausted what we have to say here. And again, phenomenal ram, phenomenal hunt, and now the work starts.
Let's go to work. Let's go to work.
All right.
Okay.